thought you were wrong. Yeah, going,
All right, we are back here with Sports Talk. I'm Mike Yellick. He's Dustin Pastula. Stereo, you got that in stereo. Miami at Buffalo. This is a terrible game. I hear crickets, don't you?
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. I do like Chad Henne, though. I think he's a great quarterback, and I think he's got a bright future ahead
I
of him.
do.
So
I'm going to go with Miami in this one.
I am also going with Miami.
Wow, okay. How about this one? Carolina at the New York Giants. You know, as much as I don't want to say, Carolina whooped them last year, 44-7,
They really did.
at the last game in their season. So, you know, unfortunately right now, I'm going to have to still go with New York Giants.
Completely.
I was setting you up for that one, and then
setting me up
nope.
for something completely different. I'm gonna go with the Giants too. I mean, they just acquired Keith Bullock from the Tennessee Titans, and he's a great linebacker. I think he's going to add a lot for their defense. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Giants.
Now, how about Peyton Manning going against Matt Schaub? Who are you going to pick in this one?
You know what? I'm picking Peyton. I mean,
How can you go against Peyton? I mean, that's...
you really can't. I mean, they're just stacked. Like they're just like them and Green Bay. They got it all.
Yeah.
I think. I mean.
Yeah. I don't know about Indianapolis having it all, but I do think Green Bay does. And
Well,
get to that in a minute,
Indianapolis.
but-
I mean, in the postseason performance by Coley.
However, I do think Andre Johnson will be one of the best receivers in the league again this year. But I don't think they're going to win this game.
I'll
I
agree
think it's
with
going to
that.
be the Colts winning this game, unfortunately.
You know what I
So.
think? I'm not a big Matt Schaub fan. I don't think he's got what it takes to lead a team. So that's why I'm going with the Colts.
All right. Favorite matchup coming up next. Green Bay at Philadelphia.
It's not my favorite, I'll tell you that.
Well, what do you got to say about this game?
You know what? Aaron Rodgers tears them apart. He's just going to tear through their secondary. That's
And I'm going to predict a score of 38 to 21, Green Bay.
I'm actually surprised you're giving the Eagles 21 points.
I think their defense, the run game, is good. I don't think Kevin Kolb is good, but
I think Kevin Kolb is just going to fall apart. I think he's
I
going to
agree
fall
with you.
apart.
I agree with you.
Honestly, I know a lot of you out there are going to shoot me for this, but I honestly think Michael Vick should have started. I mean,
Well, I don't know about Michael Vick, but here's what I will say. I really do think that right now Donovan is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So, still, even after all the surgery he's had, it was a terrible move to get rid of Donovan McNabb. So I just think that's going to come back and bite them one way or another.
well,
so,
I also think Donovan has something to prove with the Redskins because he's going to want to show the Eagles, listen, you guys are retarded.
Oh yeah.
But,
I mean,
I don't think it's going to happen.
well, how about we can talk about Arizona at St. Louis? Oh, do we have to? Do we really, honestly have to, people?
We got it. I mean, Anquan Bolden's gone. Okay, Kurt Warner's gone.
Arizona, you got a shot because it's St. Louis.
And I'll
Because
say,
it's St. Louis. If it was not St. Louis, you would have no shot.
Leinart left to become a third-string quarterback. You know, it's. Well, I don't even think he had a choice. I think he was kind of like, listen.
I don't know. I was going to say, I don't know if he ever had a choice in that
I don't
one,
think
but
he ever really had a choice in that one. But I'm going with St. Louis. I'm gonna put my trust in Sam Bradford. I think he's gonna have a good first game.
Ooh, bad move, bad move.
It might be a bad move, but I like rooting for the underdog.
Come on, Cardinals, let's go. Even though I'm not a Cardinals fan. San Francisco at Seattle, real quick. San Francisco, Seattle's terrible.
You know what? I gotta agree with you on that one. I mean, there's really not much to talk about there. I mean,
Here we go.
Singletary is the coach.
Game of the week. Dallas at Washington. McNabb has revenge on his mind from the playoffs last year. Got swept 3 times by the Cowboys. Does McNabb have enough to come back and beat the Cowboys? Yes or no?
Well, you know what? If he was with the Eagles, I would have said yes. But he has a new team now. You know, in the Redskins, along with his wide receivers, he's with a new team. You know.
Well, wait a minute. Who's his wide receivers?
I mean, well,
Santana Moss. Yep. And Devin Thomas. I mean, who are their wide receivers really? Joey Galloway?
Joey Galloway. He's got a little.
Stop.
He's got some
Stop.
left. You never know.
Stop it.
You never know.
Stop.
Well, hey,
Look.
If you want my opinion,
I did want your opinion until
Dallas
you started.
comes out on top.
Dallas comes out on top.
Dallas
And you know
comes
what?
out
I
on
agree with you.
I know
think
how much
Dallas
you
will
like
come out.
Mike McNabb, but I mean, I don't think.
I do like McNabb, and I think he's better than that fraud they have in Dallas. But I still regardless because they have better wide receivers, a better running game, and a better tight end who I have respect for. Jason Witten, you are great. I have to admit, you are great, Jason Witten. But unfortunately, I mean, so the thing is this. Dallas will beat Washington. I'm also going to say...
I'm also going to add that I think Donovan has passed his prime. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's fine to say. Baltimore at New York Jets on Monday Night Football. Here we go. All right, here we go. I'm gonna have to. That was just my thing, doing what I do. Okay.
All right.
That was my dance move back when I went to Parkland High School.
All right. Well, Monday Night Football, first of a doubleheader. Baltimore, New York Jets. Let me tell you something. I'm going with Baltimore in this one.
I'm going with Baltimore as well.
But you know what? I'm a little scared. I'm picking Baltimore because they've got some intense players. Joe Flacco's a good quarterback.
Joe Flacco.
You know what I mean? Always reminds me of Keith Falco from The Replacements, the football movie.
Reminds me of nothing like that.
All right.
To be honest with you, I don't know what you're
But
on.
listen, you have cornerbacks as like Ladarius Webb and Fabian Washington.
Yeah.
They're not their starting quarterbacks. I mean,
no, agreed.
Their starting quarterback Dominique Foxworth is out with an ACL tear for the whole year.
You know what though?
So,
I do have to say the New York Jets do have a chance at this game. This is the only game where I'm really not sure about the winner because it could go either way. Now watch, I say that and it's going to be a lopsided game.
Yeah,
but I really think
you have Anquan Bolden and you have Derek Mason as a receiver.
Plus, I don't know if Ed Reed is back, but Ed Reed is probably the best safety in the league.
Ed Reed is back, but he is injured. And like I said, let me get back to the wide receivers here. You have Derek Mason and you have Anquan Bolden.
And that's the thing. I mean,
but you have them against two of the best cornerbacks in the entire NFL. You have Darrelle Revis,
who just ended his holdout. By the way, I think that was a little. Come on, what are you doing, Darrelle?
Antonio Cromartie. I mean,
Cromartie.
And you even have a rookie in Kyle Wilson that can come in there as a third cornerback. And you have such especially Darrelle Revis. You have such an island quarterback or cornerback.
Yep.
I mean, does Baltimore's wide receivers they have the speed and do they have the agility to compete with such great cornerbacks in Cromartie and Revis?
I really, personally, I think Baltimore wins this game easily. I mean, that's just my opinion.
I'm picking Baltimore, but they have to be able to pick up
Here we go.
corners.
Here we go. The game of the century, people. I am just kidding.
You better
San Diego at Kansas City. San Diego. Why are we even talking about this? San Diego. I mean, come on.
San Diego's going to win. I mean, there's no two ways about it.
Matt Castle is a joke. Okay? I don't care what he did in New England. Okay? That was a one-year thing. Just like Kevin Kolb. I mean, I don't see where they're getting all this. Oh, well, he's proven himself. He's not proven himself, and neither is Matt Castle. So I think the Chiefs are going to be. I think it's going to be Tampa Bay and the Chiefs at the end of the line here when we talk about losers.
I think Tampa Bay is going to do a little bit better than that.
All right, let's go division by division, starting with the AFC. We go to the AFC South.
AFC South.
I think the Colts win that division easily.
I'm going to go with the Titans. That's a lie. I'm going with the Colts.
Thank you very much. I didn't think. AFC West. Who do we got here? You know what? This is going to be tough. I'm going to say Raiders. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Chargers here. I mean, who else?
Chargers. I'm just going to be an asshole and go with the Broncos. Just because I can.
The Broncos?
Just because I can. Just because I can. I'm probably most likely wrong.
AFC North. I have the Ravens.
I'll go with the Ravens too, but I'm telling you, their secondary is going to be weak this year.
It will be, but I'm still going to go with the Ravens. AFC East. How can you go against the Patriots? I mean, yes, the Jets will make the wild card, and it will be both the Jets and the Patriots, or switch those around. Either way, both of those teams are going to make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Patriots again. I mean,
you can't go against Tom Brady.
You can't. I hate him. I hate him with a passion. I think he's got a shit-eating grin, and I want to just slap it off his face. But I mean, the guy's good. He is good.
You know he's good. Switching, and by the way, another team to make the wild card in the AFC. I'm gonna have to go with the Tennessee Titans.
Oh well, I'm gonna love that decision.
Of course, you're gonna love that decision. Do you agree with me though?
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Okay.
I can agree with that as well. I obviously was kidding with the Denver Broncos as with the division, but I mean, you know.
Yeah. Well,
if Chad Johnson and Terrell Owens, you know, play at their maximum level of skill, I guess you want to say,
yeah.
I can see them making a wild card as well.
All right, we'll be right back with the last segment of the show. We'll be previewing the NFC standings, what we think will be going on this year. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Can you believe that? I mean,
Yeah, Sunday prime time. Come on, Sunday prime time.